Hello, this is Mike Evans. The decision by President Barack Obama to bomb Syria has been intentionally leaked to the press in great detail by the White House. The still unanswered question is, why would an anti-war president who sat back and did virtually nothing while 100,000 Syrians died suddenly become outraged over a chemical weapons attack? The largest military deployment in the Mediterranean since the Gulf War is now taking place. Mr. Obama has stated he has no intention of removing Syrian leader Bashar Assad from power, nor is there any plan to attack the stockpiles of chemical weapons that have killed 426 children. For 2.5 years, the president has tolerated the Syrian civil war, but no longer. The looming attack is not simply about the gassing of Syrian men, women, and children. If it were, the U.S. would have already taken a different approach when thousands of Kurds died from chemical weapons during the attack by Saddam Hussein between 1986 and 1989. Over 182,000 died as the inhabitants of over 20 Kurdish villages were gassed. And oh, by the way, about 250,000 children, Iranian children, who were in the front lines. A resolution passed by both houses of Congress urging sanctions against Iraq was vetoed by the White House. And further, the White House granted Baghdad a loan of $1 billion. I've seen these facts on this. They were presented to me while on a state invitation from President Barzani of Kurdistan. It was not until 2010 that the acts of genocide were addressed by the Iraqi High Criminal Court. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was on the brink of attacking Iranian proxies in Syria, Hezbollah in Lebanon, as well as the Iranian nuclear reactors and command and control centers. In order for President Obama to preempt that attack, he authorized a selective strike. This operation is simply to stall an Israeli assault, while at the same time disingenuously declaring to Iran and the Israelis, "I am not bluffing." But instead, Hezbollah will strike out of Lebanon with the full support of Iran at Israel. This is high-stakes poker or Russian roulette. The likelihood of Iranian retaliation against Israel will be nearly 100%. Reprisals will begin through Hezbollah and the Revolutionary Guard, Iran's strongest arms in Lebanon. The probability is extremely high that Israel will be forced to take immediate action against Iran's nuclear proxies, projects, and its retaliatory operations. The Obama foreign policy shift is like threading a needle in an attempt not to draw Russia and Syria's allies Iran into the conflict. There is little doubt that this attack will be the greatest recruiting tool for al-Qaeda camp in close proximity to the WMD plants. The director of Israeli intelligence, the late Izhar Harel, said to me, "You kill a fly in America and rejoice. We kill one in the Middle East and 100 come to the funeral." Retaliation against this attack will be borne by Israel, considered to be the little Satan to America's great Satan. Both Iran and al-Qaeda will blame Israel for the military intervention in Syria. To think America is not in the crosshairs of terrorists would be extremely naive. Former CIA Director James Woolsey told me during an interview that Hezbollah cells already operate through the Mexican mafia on America's border and are embedded in major U.S. cities. They are simply waiting for directives.